Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 170, and my name is Jason Rippleding. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Barrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyandSellDVC.com.
And today is May 8th, 2024, so your 11th month window is going to be April 8th, 2025, and the 7th month window is going to be December 8th, 2024. And we're going to go right into the buy and sell side of things. And this is just an international seller reminder, because on some listings you will see it listed as, it'll say the status of the points, and then it'll say international seller. And the question gets asked, why does this say international seller? The number one reason it says international seller is because if it's an international seller, Disney will not buy that property back. It still has to go to Disney for right of first refusal. But Disney they don't buy properties back from international seller. And you say, well, why is that? Well, an international seller has to pay what's called a FIRPTA tax. It's a 15% of the sales price. The closing company takes that money out of the seller's sale, and they hold on to that money, and the seller has to fill out documents, and they get that they get that money back, or a portion of that money back, but it can take up to, with the government right now, it can take up to 2 years actually on FIRPTA, which is crazy. But that's why Disney doesn't buy those back, because they don't want to deal with the FIRPTA. They want it quick, smooth, and painless. So that's number one reason why it says international seller. Number two, if you're an international buyer, you probably don't want to buy from an international seller. You can if it's the right listing, but if you're an international buyer and you buy from an international seller, you have to obtain an ITIN number. So if you don't have an ITIN number, you would have to get that when you buy from an international seller. If you buy from a domestic seller, you don't have anything to do with getting an ITIN number. So that's another reason it's on there. Number three, now, it used to be on there. This goes back to, say, 2007. It used to be on there because when you would buy from an international seller, it would take, it may take up to 4 weeks longer buying from an international seller versus a domestic seller. Now it's 2024. It doesn't take any longer buying from an international seller. I will tell you, in my transactions, personally, I bought one from a seller from the UK, one from a seller from Canada, and then the third one I think was a seller from Canada again. My closings, they did not take any longer than normal than a regular closing. They were all quick and easy. I mean, it doesn't matter where you live. Most people can they can find a notary. So you shouldn't have to deal with any delayed international seller returning their documents. Now, I did put some notes on here, and this is from an international buyer. We bought resale from an international seller in 2014. Had to obtain an ITIN, as under U.S. tax rules, it's the buyer's responsibility, and to make sure that the FIRPTA is paid to the IRS. And again, the closing company ensures that they take out the money for the FIRPTA. We use Nancy Carpenter, who was recommended by the resale agent. Nancy Carpenter is still involved with FIRPTA. The whole process took about 8 weeks, which did not hold up the purchase, as the points were all in our account within a month of our initial offer. ID, etc., was all handled over Skype. So you can still do it if you're an international buyer, but those are the three reasons why it says international seller on the listing. I know we've touched on this in the past, but just a fresh reminder in case you haven't watched all other 169 episodes. And now we're on to the food review of the week.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
Which, I don't know if it's churros or not.
If it's what?
Churros.
It is not churros. Okay. We are done with churros.
Are we on to carrots?
We are.
That would be a letdown if we were. So
yeah. No, what we are is we went to the Rose Tavern in Disneyland. I'm going to do two things from there because, again, I'm trying not to hold this up because we had a lot of food there, as we established already. Rose Tavern, everything is kind of, at least the menu is really like Beauty and the Beast themed. Two different things. Actually, we got three different things. I forgot about this. I forgot about one of them. I'll mention it quickly. Because I messed up my thing this week. So I'm going off a picture of the menu, and it doesn't have the special dessert that we had as well. So I got the chicken cordon bleu sandwich for $15.29, fried chicken fillet, crispy prosciutto, Swiss spinach, and Dijon mayo on a brioche-style bun. And it came with tavern potato bites, so essentially tater tots. My wife had the size of a barge. Oh, that was $15.29. My wife had the size of a barge potato bites. So tater tots with topped with cheese, ground beef, caramelized onions, special sauce, don't know what that is, rye croutons, and fresh chives. Chicken cordon bleu sandwich for $15.29 was meh at best. I mean, it was not a big sandwich, like didn't have a ton of sauce on it. It was honestly just fair. I would definitely not get this one again. I score this one a 6.2. The size of the barge was the surprise for this one. Really, really tasty. Potato bites were crispy on the outside, warm inside. I gave this an 8.8. My wife gave this a 9.4. Definitely would get this one again. And on here, we also had, which is, I'm going to ballpark this because I don't have this in front of me, unfortunately. They have the gray stuff at Disneyland World. We were there over St. Patrick's Day, so they had the green stuff. So it was green colored, but it was a white chocolate mousse with mint on the little cookie. That was really, really good as well. Again, that one was just for St. Patrick's Day, so that's well gone by now. I don't know if they have that every St. Patrick's Day, but it was similar to the gray stuff with the mousse, but white chocolate with the mint, which was very, very tasty as well on the cookie. I would score that probably 9.1. Very good. Again, I get that. I would definitely get that one again, but again, that one is seasonal.
Now we're on to the DVC rental side of things. Featured resort, I love it.
That just came back under me. So for the featured resort, we are at Old Key West. So it's based off of the Florida Key vibes with bright, vibrant colors, beachy music, low-key, like home cooking at some of the restaurants. Old Key West, I think, is one of the best values on Disney property for rentals. One of the benefits of staying at Old Key West is that they have some of the largest rooms on property. The studios are decently sized, but there's a couple of studios that are larger than the studios here now. But the one bedrooms at 942 square feet, the two bedrooms at 1395 square feet, those are the two largest ones and two bedrooms on property. And the three bedroom is 2375 square feet, which I believe now Grand Floridian and Riviera have larger three bedrooms. Value-wise, studios start at only 9 points per night, plus include the two real queen beds in them, so no sofa or pull-down couch. And the Grand Villa is the lowest points out of any property as well, starting at 46 points per night. So it's a really great bang for the buck. If you happen to have a car with you, the resort is condo style, which means that the rooms are all exterior facing, so you could park your car right in front, get out, and walk into your villa. Same with the buses. There's 5 bus stops. There's 5 sections at Old Key West, and each one has their own private bus stop. So you get at a bus stop, and you can walk right into your room. There's no really long hallways like at some of the other resorts. So very convenient for that. Also, it has one of our favorite last-minute availability restaurants in Olivia's Cafe. So a lot of times, if you're looking for something last minute, it is available. You can possibly walk up right in, get a reservation. I haven't gone in a while since they removed my pork carnitas. So if you're watching anybody from Disney, please bring back my pork carnitas. I've done this many times. They still have not made it back to the menu, and I think I'm still boycotting until they come back. Another great option, resort is located right on a golf course. So you can play there, and also if you want, there's a quick boat right over to Disney Springs. So you've got additional dining, shopping, and nightlife at Disney Springs as well. It's the second largest resort, but behind Saratoga Springs. So a lot of times if you're late to the game booking a reservation, Old Key West and Saratoga Springs are sometimes the only options left just because they have so many rooms. So, I mean, it's a great resort. And if you're late, I mean, this could be a savior for you and your family because you've got not too expensive, big rooms, all the cool options I've mentioned before. And I mean, it's a wonderful resort. There's no reason not to choose Old Key West for your next visit. So,
have you played that golf course or no?
I have not played any golf courses in Florida yet. I'm not a big golfer. I played a couple times in in New Jersey and New York, but I have golf clubs. I haven't played anywhere yet. I'm not a great golfer. I typically shoot like low hundreds.
We haven't played anywhere. We're going on 6 years, 7 years?
7 years. We've been here 7 years.
You haven't played anywhere and you haven't been to the golf.
Correct.
What is
There's been no golf or no golf. The golf has been excluded. I should go play golf at the golf so I can knock them both off.
Sorry, you're going to continue.
That was it. So that was wonderful. Lots of wonderful reasons to choose Old Key West.
It's a nice course, though.
You've played Old Key West?
Yeah. I mean,
Nice.
Disney used to sell a summer pass where you could, this goes back. I mean, people are going to be like, when was that? In the 1800s? I mean, you could buy a summer pass for $99 and then you could play every day after 2 p.m. because, of course, that's when it rains. And that would be like from April 1st until the end of September. It was unbelievable.
That's a very good deal.
Yeah. So, I mean, I played that course many times, it's a very good course. And really, I was hoping that would be on there when I saw the review, because if you have someone that's a golfer in your group, I mean, you can stay at the resort, they can golf, and you get the mix of everything. You got because you think you're at a golf resort, but you're at Disney, and then
that does remind me that the last time, I'm pretty sure it's the last time we stayed there was during right after COVID. It was during COVID, right after COVID. It was open, and they had remember the NBA players were playing in the bubble down there, and we had our room happened to be like right on the golf course. And we saw a couple of NBA guys out there playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't tell who it was, but pretty sure they were NBA players out there playing right on the golf course because they were playing in the bubble and they were out there shooting golf.
Nice.
So yep, that was an interesting thing to remember, is that the NBA guys playing golf right outside our room.
Nice, fantastic. That was good. We're back to the resort reviews. That's good to hear about Old Key West.
Pepper them in periodically.
Yes. So hopefully leave us a comment about your favorite stay at Old Key West. Any questions on Old Key West, let us know as well. And we'll see you next week.
I don't know what else to say, so I was just gonna say, if you need to reach us, he's Jason at buyandselldvc.com. You can always call the office at 407-906-3789. I'm Scott at DVC-Rental.com, and you can call the office at 407-494-2320. So hope to hear from you guys soon.
Thanks.